Rise and shine. You're watching WCTV Eyewitness News. The Good Morning Show starts now.
All right, it is 6:32. We go from the... Oh, wait, we can see the rocket launcher. Oh, look at that, guys. Okay, so this is our weather stem camera looking at Island View Park East. And that's it right there, Rob. Look at that. That's the trail.
That bottom right-hand side there?
Yeah.
Okay.
On the right-hand side of your screen, folks. Oh, look at there.
How fancy are we this morning? Okay.
All right, so we just saw the rocket launch live, and then now, right here in our area, you can see the trail of it. That is pretty cool.
See?
I mean, and the view itself is beautiful.
See the perks you get when you wake up with the Good Morning Show.
See,
right?
Wake up,
We've
everybody.
got space stuff happening this morning. Very, very exciting.
And beautiful sunrises.
Okay.
Oh, it's a happy Thursday.
Okay, happy Thursday, everybody. Let's talk a little weather. Maybe this will keep brightening your morning. I think we're in for a pretty nice start to the day. That was a beautiful sunrise. I think the story for us today is going to be something similar to yesterday, and that means we're waiting for the showers to help cool things down. We got a lot of numbers in the 70s right now. 75 is the warm spot. Valdosta and Apalachicola both there. Normal morning lows this time of year. 72, 73, and that's what pretty much everybody else is. Now, I don't see a whole lot anywhere on the radar picture. I don't expect we're going to find much, not for a little while, but maybe this afternoon we get a couple of showers coming our way. And if we can get a couple of showers coming our way, that'll knock down some of the temperatures. Lots of the area, though, going to see these numbers climbing this morning with some clear and some clouds. I think for the ride home, the lucky spots today get a couple of showers and knock those temperatures out of the 90s. I think some spots, though, won't get that lucky, and we're going to spend several hours up over 90. I'll break down that full forecast in just a little while.
We begin this half hour in Gaston County, where a former sheriff's office employee is suing the department, claiming sexual harassment on the job. Our Stacey Inez sitting down with the woman filing these claims and her attorney, and has more.
He used to make it feel like nobody gonna believe me. So I had to endure that a whole year before I got the courage to say I'm tired of coming to work to being harassed, hostile, work environment. It was like it wouldn't stop, and he took it as I can do whatever I want to do.
LaTanya Lodman was a pretrial release manager at the Gadsden County Jail from May 2020 until September 2021. In that time, she says jail supervisor Robert Barkley consistently made sexual advances and touched her inappropriately.
Monday through Friday, it was hell for me. It went from his hand being on my lower back to he grabbing me and just feeling on me, you know, walking behind me, hitting me on my buttocks, rubbing on me, trying to kiss me, trying to hug me, like, all this at work.
After reporting it to HR and following up, Lodman says her office was moved from the Gadsden County Jail to the sheriff's office, but she says that wasn't enough.
Everybody was talking about it, and I just felt I felt so alone, and I kind of felt embarrassed, and it seemed like my nerves just got even worse of me still coming there after the fact. So I had to resign because it wasn't nobody there to protect me.
During the time of her filing the complaint, she ultimately resigned. Lodman says the sheriff never spoke with her to address her concerns.
We reached out to Barkley's attorney, the Gaston County Sheriff, and the attorney for Gaston County. All declined to comment.
Now, yesterday morning, we first told you that pregnant women in Georgia are able to claim that fetus on 2022 tax returns, getting up to $3,000. But how far does this law go? Gray TV's Ashley Williams speaking to a Georgia state representative about this and has more.
Simply put, a person can now claim an unborn child on their income taxes. A parent can get up to $3,000 from a tax return per child. Representative Carolyn Hughley says unlike other state laws, Georgia added a personhood law.
Person could claim the unborn child on their income taxes, and you know, does it mean that you can ride in the HOV lane because you're pregnant? There are a lot of other questions that are not being addressed in other states. Georgia is the only state that did this personhood kind of thing.
This effective as of the date of the court's ruling, which was July 20th of this year. Similar to any other deduction claimed on an income tax return, medical records or other supporting documentation has to be provided to support the dependent deduction.
It may mean that for child support purposes, the child support will start immediately upon conception. Any other rights that we would normally accord to persons in Georgia would be awarded to the unborn.
But right now, the law for child support is enacted after a child is delivered.
A woman who is pregnant, do they go out and get Social Security numbers for the children? Because that's the only way you can claim them on your taxes. They got to have a Social Security number. They got to have a birth date. So I don't know how that will actually work. That was something that was added in to the law with not a whole lot of discussion. And as I said, the bill only passed with one vote. And I don't think it was very well thought out. No other state is doing it. And that's something that will be a challenge for Georgia as we move forward.
And Representative Hughley adds that this will definitely be an interesting challenge as Georgia moves forward.
6:38 now. Back in Tallahassee at FAMU, new signs now up on campus letting students know about surveillance cameras, including one by the famous Rattler statue. This coming after the university started an investigation into a FAMU graduate whose risque picture in front of the statue went viral. FAMU PD saying there are more than 1,500 cameras on campus. They want to make sure people know they're taking their concerns very seriously.
I know some people will say, you know, it's a little late now because something has already taken place. Well, it's never too late. We can't undo what's been done, but we can move forward to make sure that we send a message out from this point forward.
Chief Calloway says while there have always been cameras in front of the CAS building, there's now a camera pointed at the Rattler statue that'll be displayed at their dispatch 24 hours a day.
Staying at FAMU, the university now planning to spend $14 million to expand housing. They're buying dozens of apartments near campus in the Brooklyn Yard community for an additional 118 beds. They also want to build housing for another 128 students on a vacant lot down the street. FAMU's VP of Finance and Administration says this is part of the university's plans to add 2,000 new beds in the next 2 years.
We feel excited about it. I think it's a grand opportunity for the institution, as you just noted, to expand out into the community, bring more students to campus, and have the ability for them to live on campus. It's always exciting.
This all coming as FAMU's dorms are at full capacity, forcing hundreds of incoming students to find off-campus housing ahead of the fall semester.
6:40 now. Although some are already back, students all across our area are returning to the classroom soon. In Leon County, school starts in 6 days. One very special program is making sure 500 kids have new backpacks when they enter those classrooms. This effort thanks to the Boys and Girls Clubs of the Big Bend and the Foley and Lardner Law Firm. Yesterday, kids from the program paying a visit to the firm to fill these backpacks with school supplies. Part of this event was for kids to also interact with workers at the firm and learn about law as a potential career path. One of the Boys and Girls Club's missions is to expose kids to different careers.
This backpack giveaway is very important because it helps the kids start the year off on the right foot. They feel equipped and prepared. They have their brand new backpack that they can show off with their school supplies. Deep down inside, everybody has a love for stationary items.
The giveaway will be at 11 a.m. this Saturday at the Boys and Girls Club at Pinewood Place. That's 2940 Grady Road in Tallahassee. Parents will also have the opportunity to register their children for an after-school program. And taking a look at which schools are heading back to class this morning, Clinch and Seminole counties. Tomorrow, more students heading back. Those include Lowndes, Cook, Eccles, and Lanier counties. For a complete list of all back-to-school dates, head to WCTV.tv.
Time now for First Alert Weather with meteorologist Rob Nucatola.
All right, our 24-hour temperature cast wants to keep those numbers maybe a little lower than I think they're going to get. This is going to be counting on the showers to get started earlier and be a little bit more often. I think today, like yesterday, a lot of us are going to have to wait a while to get those showers going, but maybe we can find a few spots getting a couple of showers by lunchtime. I think a lot of us are going to see those temperatures climb. Pretty good shot to see those numbers in the low to mid 90s today. That's where they got yesterday. It's 73 in Perry and in Tallahassee. Quincy's at 72, so is Thomasville. Bainbridge 71, Blakely only 68, yet we're at 75 in Valdosta this morning. It's not breezy or anything, but I think that breeze is going to come in from a little different direction, trying to get a little bit of a southeast fetch to it. I don't see a lot of fog out there, haven't in days and days and days, and I don't think that we will, but it is very humid, so we could find some patchy areas of fog. The radar's been fairly quiet since yesterday evening and last night. Not much cooking over the past 3, 4, 5, 6 hours. Maybe a couple of sprinkles way down to the south. And notice how these are moving from south and east to north and west. Not usually the direction that we're watching the showers move this time of the year. Usually we're seeing them come from the south and west to the north and east, or almost straight north from the south. But I think for today, for tomorrow, for Saturday, a little bit of that east component, trying to bring in some of that Atlantic moisture, might be able to help generate a few more showers on otherwise what would be clearer skies. And of course, when we get clearer skies this time of year, you know, those temperatures, they get pretty hot. And I think we're going to find some very warm numbers out there today, tomorrow, Saturday, especially in the areas that are not lucky enough to even be near where the showers fall. On the Gulf today, winds out of the southeast, 5 to 12. Seas 2 feet or less. We'll call it mostly smooth in the protected waters. So a pretty nice looking day for the boaters out there. This morning it's 70s, quickly becoming 80s, and I still think we're going to see daytime highs that can make the lower to mid 90s. Had a lot of 92s and 93s yesterday, maybe some 93s and 94s in the forecast for today. Rain chances like 50-50. Any showers fizzle out later. It's going to stay muggy. And here's that extended forecast where those daytime highs stay up today, tomorrow, Saturday. The rain chances climb a little bit more by Sunday, Monday. Hopefully that lowers the top temperatures.
Coming up after the break, from land and air, the National Guard in Kentucky is helping residents and towns recover in the wake of deadly flooding. A closer look at these heroes after the 2-minute break.